Hi, welcome back. My name is Diana. I run all things laser earrings. I love to give tips and tricks on how to make your laser earrings. Um, Everything from design tips to working with materials and how to assemble earrings. So, this is part of a series, one file, 4 different earrings, and one ornament. How we can, from one file, make completely different earrings. So it helps you as a designer and as a maker to look at files and think of different ways that you can use them. Most files can be adapted into completely different ways, which allows you way more creativity and flexibility, which what you can make. And today, with this file, we are making double layer acrylic earrings. I'm reaching out here. I just realized I forgot a piece. And this is going to have 2 parts. One part, I'm going to show you how the tips and tricks on how I assemble double layered acrylic earrings, what glue I use, how I assemble little fiddly bits, and then how I glue it. And then part 2 will be how to paint acrylic. The way I've been using it more, I've kind of changed what I was doing. I always do the mask method. And now I'm becoming more into going into the dish soap method. So that will be part 2. And those are these earrings. So as you can see, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm having a lot of fun with this Christmas tree earring that I made. Same file as the other earrings. I've just adapted it into a double layer Christmas tree in order to keep it light. The back layer, which is this, is a 1/16 of an inch. And that really helps you keep your earring light. And it also, it gives you more flexibility when you have a backer to mix and match acrylics that you like and really make it your own. Not everything can be an inlay earring. So sometimes you just want to be more creative. And so stacking stuff onto a backer really gives you a lot more freedom. Like I said, for my backer, I use 16 of an inch. This is clear. Had I been thinking properly, I probably wouldn't have used clear. I would have used something that was matte. This definitely does not need clear. Clear is great when you're doing floating earrings, when you want to create some sort of lightness to the earring. But when you have an earring that's completely covering all of it, it doesn't have to be clear. You can use, whatever color you think is matching your color choices the best. All right. So what are we going to do? So I have different elements in this earring. I have the bow. I have the 3 different sections. I have the trunk. But then I also have the ornaments in the middle, and these ornaments are actually pretty small. And so I wanted to show you how I assemble it. Like you see here, this is assembled but not been glued. And so I have this one here where I have not put the ornaments in. Let me see if I can move up. I'm not sure. This is the problem with glitters and mirrors is that cameras don't really know what to do with them very well. So sometimes you get these really weird, I can tell it's a really weird, not quite focused. Try taking photos of them for Etsy. Oh my goodness. It's it's a comedy. It's either you in the picture 57 times or you in the picture full on. It's really interesting trying to take photos of mirror. But okay, back to what we're doing. So when these are my little ornaments, and as you can tell, they are small, right? So what do? I use tweezers just to make my life easier. It is very fiddly with my big chunky fingers. Try to put these tiny little things into the tiny little holes there. So I use a tweezer. With this glitter, it doesn't matter. It's the same glitter both ways. Not all glitters does that. Some glitters have the white, the clear on top to magnify it. This one doesn't. This one's the same glitter all the way through. So I can just grab it and I pop it in. Yay! In you go. With my gold mirror, I have to be more careful because obviously there is the back. Oh God, you totally not see this. But believe me, at the back, you know how mirrored acrylics are, the back has that gray layer. So you obviously don't want that. So make sure you have the gold facing up And then the same, twirl it around, go in and drop. There you go. Nope, maybe not. Oh my God, it's hard. I cannot focus very well with my glasses on. So I'm going to take my glasses on, and there we go. Way easier. And I'm just going to show you one more for good luck. The gold, where I have to turn it around to make sure the gold is facing up. And then if you don't want to use your finger, use a weeding tool. Hold down your acrylic, and in you go. Perfect. So now that I have these in, how am I going to glue it? So the way I do it when I have small fiddly pieces like this, so I don't lose my mind, is that I actually use like painting tape, blue painter's tape, to keep it all together. Because really, I wanna glue this all as a whole. There is no need to glue each piece individually in this design. So better to keep the design all together. And I'm going to do this with the blue painter's tape. Put the glue on the backer and then put the piece on top. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my tip for like when you're working with earrings and all the pieces are a little bit smaller, a little bit more fiddly, so that you don't end up with glue everywhere. This is what I do. With bigger pieces, you don't have to worry, but earrings definitely get a little bit smaller and more fiddly. So this is what I do. I put it all together. And yes, does this affect the mirror a little bit? Yes, it does, but I can clean it a little bit afterwards. So I'm gonna just put it on. Put it on. And that holds the little ornaments too. Put it all together, make sure it's all on here. So you see it's all on here. Now I can put my glue on the piece. I can put a little on, but I like to be a little bit more, I like to have control over my glue. Once again, I'm using Gorilla Glue, especially with clears and mirrors and glitters. The CNA glues can really like eat in and leave films, and you definitely want to be careful with CNAs and the mirror glues because it can, the mirror glitters, because it can eat into this backing. So Gorilla Glue here is very safe. It dries clear. And the only disadvantage I find with it is that it takes a while. It's not an instant glue. So you have to leave it to the side. Make sure it isn't dirty. Like this one's a little bit dirty. So I have a little bit of a Gorilla cloth here. Sorry, I just caught that and now I'm like, oh no, that's dirty. You definitely don't want to glue onto a dirty piece. So sorry about that. Back I am. A little bit of Gorilla cloth, and I am just going to clean this because this is a little bit dirty. Make sure when you're using the backer that you have it the right way up. This is not a symmetrical design. So make sure, like, definitely assemble it on top of the backer before you glue it onto the backer. Here we go. This is all nice and clean now. Really, I should, oh my God, this tinsel is itching me. I'm like, why am I scratching myself? This tinsel is starting to drive me nuts. But, merry, merry, happy, happy, bright, bright. So I put the glue, a little bit of glue on paper. I use my weeding tool. And then I'm going to go on here. I'm going to at first put most of the glue towards the middle. And then I'm going to slowly stretch it out towards the edges. To where I need it. Gorilla Glue does not need to be clumpy. It does not need a ton. It will glue. It's not as strong as Starbond Medium because nothing else is, but just make sure you have enough covering your piece. You don't want a ton towards the edges because you don't want it globbing over. You don't want it to, glue to squeeze through when you put your piece on. So there you go. If you feel like you maybe put a little too much, I feel like I have a little bit of a too much like on the edge here, so I'm going to clean it out a little because I don't want it globbing over. And when globbing over, you know what I mean, like when you put your acrylic on acrylic and then like glue squeezes out, you really don't want that to happen. That can ruin like a perfectly good design. So what am I going to do now? I am going to put this on here. This actually separated. I don't love what this did. Interesting. So this actually, when it like came on, actually separated a little. So now I'm going to think about this a little as I put the elements on, because I don't want to put it if I have separation going on, because it's obviously not going to glue very well. So I'm actually, nope, you see it already came out. Good intentions gone bad. So you know what? I'm just going to put this on. And I'm going to show you how to put those on again. I just don't like the way that it went on to the painter's tape. There's just too much of a gap there. And it's not going to stay on properly. So, and of course the painter's tape is working extremely well. So let's just do what you do when things don't quite go what your amazing original plan was. So what I'm going to do, first of all, and now the painter's tape is going to be painter's tape and just stick all over the place. But anyway, make sure your design is perfectly aligned. So I'm just like aligning it. It looks great. Make sure this trunk is perfectly aligned. Up you go. And now I'm going to show you again how I do this. Things happen and you have to adapt, right? So in we go. 1, 2, give it a little tap just to make sure it gets a glue. The good thing about Gorilla Glue, it does give you a lot of time to work with. Since it's not an instant glue, it gives you a good amount of working time. So that is the advantage of it. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. And now this is the mirror ones are the ones we have to be careful with. I flipped it over, like, because that's like the gray part. In you go, tap, tap, tap. And these are great. Like, these are like just super thin tweezers. I'll share a link to a pair. I think these were part of a set. Tap, 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 tap. And that's it. And now just set it aside. And it takes about half an hour for it to glue. And it says 24 hours to fully cure. So if you have the time, wait the 24 hours. But it takes like 24 hours. It'll take about 30 minutes until it's safe to touch. And there you go. So part 2 we'll be dealing with this set that I made here. Let me move this to the side. This set that I made here. So if you don't want to deal with any of that small ornament, you can paint it instead. So we will be painting this pair, and that will be part 2 of the double layer acrylic earrings. And once again, thank you so much for watching. If you want to join like a really positive community, join me on Facebook, All Things Laser. And if you want to join my membership where I share tutorials all the time, I have like several courses that you will get for free. Well, not for free, like it's included in the membership, and 10 exclusive files a month. You can join me at All Things Laser Earrings, and thank you for watching.